Oh yes, we here. We are here. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. The Safe Space Saylee show. Oh man, I hope this baby ain't too loud. Y'all know, I be prepared. I got so much stuff prepared. I got things for the rest of this life, guys. I'll be honest with everyone in here. So let's start it off like this. First, happy Memorial Day. Hope everybody's enjoying. We got it going like this. The Safe Space Saylee show. The Safe Space Saylee show. The Safe Space Saylee show. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. Woo! Happy Memorial Day, man. Oh, man. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope everyone is doing good. Now, I want to let individuals know this, too. You can catch these videos. I do upload them on YouTube, even with the Safe with Saylee. Remember, there's a difference. There's a Safe Space Saylee show, and then there's the Safe with Saylee. This is more scripted. I write some things down, and we go over it. Safe with Saylee, man, it's just kind of it's really raw. You know, if I can plan, then I do. So I wanted to do this too. Got some notes on the 10. Shout out to the fallen soldiers, man. You know, I really do love them, man. My mom works at the Atlanta VA Medical Center, man, and I really love the veterans. Now, I know this is not Veterans Day, but the individuals who serve in the country, they have a special place in my heart. Because there's individuals that's protecting us, that are putting their life on the line, or that have put their life on the line to what they believe in. And that's on that. Shout out to the graduates as well, too. Guys, I'm not going to be able to make everybody graduate. It's not going to happen. Right now, I got 2 priorities right now in my life. And I have to keep my priorities. I gotta keep my priorities clear, and I gotta keep them straight. See, that's in the life too. So we can talk about that. The title is Activate. I got some things we're gonna discuss. Activating your purpose. But I wanna get into some things we were talking about as well too. Shout out to the fallen soldiers and the graduates. So what we were talking about last week. Now look, it was like things you can handle without wasting energy. Sometimes you supposed to be wasting energy in different things. You need to go ahead and get out of it. It's a waste of your time right now. It is. And then also we were talking about familiar versus what's good. Some things that you're familiar with, they're not good for you. Versus, maybe you may have some things that you are familiar with that are good. But you gotta let go of some of those things to find a new good. Something that's actually healthy for you. And maybe, I'm going to say it like this, it's going to be tough. I'm not talking about the whole 21 days build a habit. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Remember, some people think toxicity is good. So you got to define what do you actually want in your life. That's what we were talking about last week on the Safe Space Saylee show. A lot of great things, man. Shout out to everybody coming in. Shout out to everybody in. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone is great. We got a lot of great things. A lot of great things to discuss. Guys, I want to talk about this. Last night, or early this morning, I didn't even get really good sleep. And I was talking to my boy about this. It's a fire. I've been feeling this a fire on me like a volcano. You know, blowing on this end. Shout out to everybody coming in on that part. I want individuals to know. There was a fire right outside my door. A car was on fire. This is probably the second time in my whole life I've seen a car on fire. Now, I mean, we see these things online all the time. Yeah, they may be there. I'm talking about in person. The police, the firefighters couldn't even put it out. Now, imagine the risk. You're trying to put out a fire, but it ain't going out. That was spiritual for me. Let me say why it was spiritual for me, because I feel that in my heart. There's a fire. I can't put it out. But it has to blaze a trail. It needs to blaze brightly to let individuals know, hey man, maybe over here, or maybe burn down some things, some impurities. You know, with the slash and burn, I learned that in school economics. You know, with slash and burn, sometimes you got to burn things down to regrow new ways of life or just new things. I don't want individuals to worry about that. So that was wild. So the day started off wild already. Happy Memorial Day again. But just imagine, things could have went bad. Let's say that the car blew up. Boom, right there. Shattered our windows, killed the firefighters on that end. Things could have gone differently. You know. But I'm just glad everyone was safe. They were able to come and put the fire out after about 3 hours. Now imagine that. A fire actually put out, doesn't get put out until 3 hours later. Shout out to everybody joining in. Hope that everyone's doing well. Now look, there's a reason why that I was talking about even activate. You know where you're at in this life. Guys, we don't have no guests today as well too, and that's cool. But I need individuals to understand this. You gotta activate your purpose. That's why I was talking about activate. Why? Because you won't feel fulfilled. You're like, dang man, I'm just in life just living to pay bills. But I'm not fulfilled. I caught that rhyme. So look, I got some tools. Now I know people always say, well, it's all woo-woo. Whatever it is, you got to learn more about yourself, man, to find your purpose. People don't even be knowing themselves. You have to. You got to find yourself. If you feel there's a purpose, you got to find yourself. And right now, I'm assisting. I'm a counselor, so I'm counseling individuals 70. That's about my oldest client. Youngest about 18. Imagine being 70 and not knowing your purpose, not knowing why you're here. You've gone through 70 years, not knowing what you got to do. Shout out to everyone coming in. So this is why this is so important. Because you don't want to be in life and not feel like, man, I don't have a direction where I'm going. So let me give some tools. Some things that I'm just finding out. Even when it comes to, I know astrology people don't believe in that. That's okay. Test some things out. Try it out just to see. Does this resonate with me or not? How should I be loved? What is the best way for me to love? Find out some of those things. I know they got the sun, moon, and rising. People always focus on the sun sign. Guys, it's deeper than that. There's more things. Let's say you find out your zodiac, and then that helps you identify your purpose. You're like, dang, man, I had this here the whole time. But I was putting it to the side. I wasn't believing it. Because I thought it wasn't me. I didn't think the individuals had the information about me on that part. Let's say you don't find it until 35, 40. This is why the activate right there. I'm speaking on activation because that's where I feel I'm at. I'm speaking on what I'm on, guys. I am activated. And I know everyone won't accept it, and I'm not looking for anyone to accept it. For me, finding my true purpose, finding what blazes the trail, or finding what makes me, let's say, grow more, or what's bringing me to the people, or what's allowing me to be more me. Because I still feel there's certain aspects of myself I haven't even discovered. Even with moving out to LA, everybody was like, no, don't do that, don't do that. Remember, people will always tell you what you shouldn't do because they're afraid to do it. And see, for me, I know most people are there talking about money. I posted this one a video, and the guy was speaking. He was saying, man, I mean, money is cool, but it's a tool. That's not who I am. And that's why I love even recipes to Dolph, man. He was talking about, Dolph. He's talking about, yeah, money's cool if you know how to use this, cool, but if you're just willing to do anything for money, I gotta keep you far away. And I've had to do that. Cause people just do anything for money now. And I talked about it before, you'll toss me under the bus. Sell me out even for $5. Less than that, maybe $1, maybe a quarter. It's been done. So I'm not shocked by what individuals willing to do for money. No, not on that end. So you got to make sure you find that. There's something called astrocartography. I've been looking. I want to get deeper into that. That's more like on the area on the planet where you're supposed to be. Certain things, let's say certain areas that you're in is made for you to be, let's say, successful, or find your love, or to discover more, let's say, your own potential. People be stuck in their own neighborhood, and you wondering why nothing new happens in your life. Like, dang, man, I've been in this one area, ain't nothing going on. I see why. You ain't even, you got this, your whole earth, and you can't even go out of a 20-mile radius, maybe less than that. You can't even go out of it. I'll say 50 miles. Let's say 100. You can't even go out of a 100-mile radius to see what's going on. Nah, man. But see, that's the thing. You gotta I let people be exactly who they are. If I don't like it, I move away. I gotta move away. I make a certain move. So yeah, guys, what we're talking about also too with these using the resources of this world. There's a lot of resources on this planet. Google is one of them. That Chat GPT, that AI, it's another one. Going to a library, it's another one. Shout out to everybody joining. Shout out to everybody. You have a whole encyclopedia on your fingertips with these phones. Y'all be on TikTok. TikTok is another resource. But the number one thing, and I'm always gonna be on that, you can see it on my page. If you don't love yourself, you can't get anything else. Everything else is gonna seem like it's facade, it's fake, it's not real, it's not authentic. Shout out, I'm glad this came up. Shout out to Access, man. Because I have investment, I take Access a lot. And sometimes I know God puts me in certain people's life. Maybe they're on the edge, maybe they're about to give up. But sometimes individuals just need to hear a certain word from somebody else. I'm not saying like, oh man, I'm here to save your life or do that. No, I'm your savior. No, that's not what I'm saying. Sometimes individuals just need people to understand where they're coming from. And shout out to the gentleman too, to the young gentleman. He was going through some relationship things. And guys, I'm excited about July. Because we gonna break this relationship things down. I may do it on the Safe Space Saylee and the Safe with Saylee just because I'm already getting some of my female friends and family. They lined up, getting them ready. Now this is the thing about the Safe Space Saylee show. I'm gonna get back to we were talking about what on Access. Shout out to Access too. Now when it comes to the Safe Space Saylee show or the Safe with Saylee, I don't control anyone on what their viewpoints. Now I can shut it down, but let's say someone says they're going to be on the show and they don't show up. I don't really have too much control over that. I'm not paying these people to be on. That could be something in the future, maybe so. Like, hey, babe, I'm gonna get on the show. On that end. But let me get back to the story. So I met this guy's Access. I was chilling with my boy Pete, man, this weekend. Man, his family is like my family. Call his mom, his pops, his sister. I'm in there. I merged with the family. And now there's no separation from me. Now how they think about me, that's how they gonna think. That's not actually, like my mom said, it's really none of my concern. And I love that she said they're giving me that. It's really none of my concern how somebody else is feeling about me, whether they accept me or not. It's really not. So, the access driver, he was going through some difficulties on relationships. And the thing is, oh man, he was in a relationship with a girl about 3 years, and things wasn't going, let's say, as well. And I had to let him know. Now, it wasn't just one thing. We talked about other things too, but I had to let him know the foundation. I told my boy P this too. The foundation is self-love. For anything, I don't care your mom and your dad or whoever you feel that you love, or they got this or they got that. Hey man, if you're not loving yourself, then those people can't really do anything for you. They can make it seem like, oh yeah, I got to get you these material things, give you this money and that, but it's not there. I was just thinking about something, and I'm just like, shoot. Some individuals, they can be bought, and maybe they want that. It's like they feel like the real love is like, hey, Miggy, shower me with gifts. You guys do with the love languages. It's more than 4 or 5. I would say it's 1,000, man. Now, will I go into that? Maybe in July. But this is the key thing about activating your purpose and finding out you. Especially, let's say you come from a background, what I was talking with the access drive, you come from a background where no one around you is loving self. It is strange, and it is, abnormal. It looks like, dang, wait, hold on. Am I turning against who I'm actually supposed to be? Everybody in my old hood, they're not doing this, but so if I do this, I look like a stranger even to my old hood. How individuals look at me, what individuals think about me, and what they think my future is like. And other things too. I'm not worried or concerned about that. Why I'm not worried? Because you'll have somebody in their own life, they don't like it. They're like, who is this person that like their own life? I don't even like mine. And then you be wondering, like, dang, I see why this individual is attacking. They don't even like themselves. I've seen it. We see these things in movies too. I was talking with my homegirl. I'm not gonna put no names on here. I was talking with my homegirl earlier today. I gotta talk to her, cause I definitely want her on one of these shows in July. When we talking about the relationships, cause it's powerful. I mentioned something to her about Mr. Johnson. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. How he was talking about when Smokey, y'all, and I love Friday. Y'all remember that when he was like, man, you always got some stuff going, man. And that's like how it is in life. Certain people, they will do their best, or unknowingly or knowingly too, bring drama into your life. And it's like, man, nah, you gotta read those people. Certain people, they only gonna be about drama. I get away from them, man, and I don't care what they think about it. This is why I said, even on the I think on one of my last videos, I said something about going to the Himalayan mountains. If you gotta go up there, hey, go up there. If you gotta get away, go to Japan, wherever you going, go move to the East Coast, move to the West Coast, wherever. Do something. Because I realized even with me moving to LA, what that did. People like, dang, you did this, you can do that. Even when you got MS, you doing this, you said, MS ain't gonna stop nothing. And shout out to the MS Society as well too. Man, guys, when I get on here, I get into a zone. I want to shout out to a lot. Guys, we almost said we will by MS Day is May 30th. I think we raised about like 6,900. Or by the 30th, I'm gonna make sure we hit that 7,000 at least by the 30th. That's huge. raising $7,000 by the 30th for MS, multiple sclerosis. Oh man. And I mean, people got their other views of what this MS do. Oh man, they just taking the money to do this. But I've been helped by the society. I remember when they helped me out. Shoot, I didn't. There was the house that I was staying in before. It didn't have any AC. I mean, summertime was hell. $700. They just etched out. Let me allow to get some for Amazon. So I mean, so they're always gonna be near and dear to me and to my heart, because I seen when I didn't have anything. That's the real moments when you don't have nothing. Who's around? Who can give you something, whether it's a company or a person? And it did take some time, but it doesn't matter about the time. They still helped me out when I was still understanding my diagnosis in this. I was newly in LA, second year, but there's a lot of things that I was dealing with. And they were able to make things a bit easier for me. And then now, we in the summer of 2025, man. Something so powerful. I don't want to talk about too many things, but I am working on getting to the motherland. There's some things that I can't wait to do a show from the mother. Oh man, I can't. That's gonna be so powerful. Do a Safe Space Saylee show from the motherland. It's like returning back to my ancestral grounds of elevation. I feel like as soon as my feet hit the plant in the ground, we talked about activation. I may just activate and turn into a 70-foot being spiritually. I need individuals to understand that. But so what we talking? So what we're talking about, I don't want to get too much off track too. We're talking about those things, guys. Remember, using your resources. They're around. It's 2025. You post-COVID. You still alive and you tripping? You got all this information around. You're not happy. You're not at peace. Oh, you slipping. Then see, that's the thing that I was talking about. Then I know you don't really want it. You really don't want it, or you've been tricked your whole entire life to where you feel you can't even have it. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to post that up. You trick yourself out of knowing what you can actually have. People receive so much hate and they be so afraid that you feel like that's how life is. No. You can make a difference. But you have to be willing to think differently. Let's say, can you think just for a whole week like, man, what I'm talking about on here? It's a little bonus, knowing you got what it takes to, what is it there? But it say just thinking like that, knowing you have what it takes to be successful in your life, not what somebody else is saying. Are you in that position? Shout out to everybody doing in. Are you in that particular position where you can feel, I don't care where you are, you can be in India, you can be in Australia, and that's why I love to, because they're around the world. Some people just may need to hear a few words for what I got to say. That's cool. They may just go on to YouTube and watch it there. That's cool too. They may go to the IG, share a few things, whatever. See, that's the thing. How I think everything is always going to work out for me. That's my mindset. And it ends up happening that way. I'm not saying after 1 month of thinking this. I look at sometimes with those Facebook memories. I'm like, dang, I was thinking that way 10 years ago. Now I see why my life is like this. This is why I say I'm the unbreakable, the indestructible, and the unstoppable. And my friends don't like it. Some of them don't like it. They be like, hold on, man, this man too confident, he too cocky. Or he arrogant. No. They don't say it to my face. Because you know, I mean, I'm like, shit, man, if you feeling like that way, you need to get away from me then. Because I ain't, that's not around me. What I am, you seen. It's to blaze a trail for individuals to love themselves. That's one of the most important things on the planet. I know, talking about it right here. Generational impact. Now, is everyone gonna do that? No, probably not. But am I? Oh, yes. My path and my journey is not for anyone else. So I don't look to follow somebody to say, oh man, this person got something similar. No. Now, doing things in a group setting, that's good. Let's say you got a family and they're all on one accord. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice, sometimes you may have to sacrifice your viewpoint to be a part of a collective. And I've done that plenty of times. But see, not all the time individuals are willing to do that. So sometimes I be willing to tell folks like, man, you know what, just be quiet, just follow what I got going on. Just follow suit. I remember when I was young, it was easy for me. It was so easy for me to just follow suit. I got, man, let me follow what Brody or what homegirl got going on. Okay. All right. Let's see it through. Sometimes you got to see things through. Especially if you don't know. Now follow your first mind. If you feel it's a dangerous situation, pull back. I was talking to another friend, and he was talking about, going to Atlanta. You want to go to Atlanta? I'm like, yeah, man, Atlanta's not the same. Just like LA ain't the same. I'm sure a lot of places change over time. Culturally, environmentally, psychologically, whatever we saying, those places change. But I know for me, making that generational impact, it has to happen. And I want individuals to realize this when you're using the resources, because we're still on that. I know some individuals are thinking about the Terminator. They don't want to use ChatGPT. They don't want to go online. You better ask questions, even to Google. Find out more about yourself to activate that purpose. You got all the information. If you're older, and if you don't have any younger, let's say, nephews or cousin, anyone to help you out, you gotta be willing to ask questions. Go to the library. Get those skill levels up. Cause I know I know this. They at libraries, certain libraries, they have computer classes for adults or individuals who maybe they didn't learn that. You can do that. Don't be embarrassed. Let me read that. Don't be embarrassed. Because it's better to know than not to know. Let people laugh at you. But you be learning something, you be gaining something. So let me read something real quickly that sparked up 44 laws of peace. So look at this. I talked about that embarrassment because I read this earlier. So I'm like, hold on now, this is the perfect time for it to come in. So it says, become okay with rejection and embarrassment. Guys, I'm reading the 44 laws of peace. I'm sure you can find it. Become okay with rejection and embarrassment. That's that loving of self. I'm not going to stop. So it says, in regards to obtaining something you think will be better in regards to obtaining something you think will better you or provide you with a more peaceful life. Nothing is worse than not trying. Embarrassment, fear of failure, or rejection are poor excuses for not applying for a dream job, starting a new venture, building a new relationship, or making a new friend. Embarrassment and fear are like any other emotion, manageable and temporary if you allow it. You need to add that in. And like most negative emotions, if we can identify their root cause, we can eradicate them and get rid of them. Yes. We would do better to face these emotions than attempt to hide from them. The more you face them, the more comfortable you will become with them. The more, wait, hold on. Let me say that again. The more you face them, the more comfortable you will become with them, and the less power they will have over you. With the right mindset, you can escape embarrassment altogether. And see that when I was reading that, it made me think about, Beyonce, because I will never forget this. I think there was an interview, I don't know if it was Oprah, wherever she was at, and she's a star. Guys, everybody know who that is. She said just before going out on stage, she still get the butterflies, still afraid. But still got to make that move. That's the excitement, all that energy. And sometimes it's like that. When you're looking for a new job, you're starting a new venture, building a new relationship, making a new friend. You're going to have those type of situations. They may feel, they may feel like, oh man, I shouldn't make that move. But if you know if it's going to bring you some more peace and excitement, you're going to be happy afterwards. It's like with me doing my classes. And I'm a master at that. Am I afraid? No. I always have individuals, clients, coming after me. Give me some resistance at some times. But I'm in control. See, when that situation as a counselor, I'm in control. Shout out to everybody joining in. I'm in control of that. So, what I say goes. I'm not a dictator in there. I'm not abrasive with how I speak to people. No. I really allow an open space. Like what I said, the peace, freedom, warmth, and clarity. It's the freedom to be you, the warmth of non-judgment, and the clarity to know exactly what you want. So that's the thing you got to choose for your life as well too. Guys, remember I was talking about the July essence. Now we're in May. We're at the end of May. I'm like, Mr. Saylee, why are you pushing the relationship so far? I got to prepare that. That's like a gourmet dish. You're talking about relationships. I got to prepare that well. I want to make sure that everything I'm dealing with, I'm going to bring in some past experiences and some other things as well too. Things that I might have made mistakes on that I learned and grew from. That individuals can possibly learn from as well too. And even really to check yourself. People don't like that. I realize people don't like that. Like, bro, you checking me, right? Let me change the word up then. Let me just verify some things with you. See, that's a little bit calmer and easier. You checking me? No, I'm just verifying some things real quickly. And that makes it at least a little bit easier going. Sometimes just change your words. Just change the wording. Shout out to everybody coming in. It just changes the wording on that part. So on this end, I want to keep it going. Hold on, I gotta see what this word is. Knowing you got what it takes. I think that's deliver. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Got my handwriting. I think that's in mass to get on my handwriting. It's not as good as it used to be. But my mom always said I had the chicken scratch. So hey, this is in elementary. I want to speak about that too. Guys, I've been disliked and hated on since elementary. So for me, I've transmuted it now into love. You may have situations where you've gone through, let's say, some scenarios in life where it's like people really didn't like who you were. But as I was telling you guys before, the unbreakable. So I actually welcome that in. If somebody doesn't like what I'm doing, or if they do like it, it's the same. Now you gotta work on this. It doesn't just happen overnight, but it's one of those situations that you definitely have to work on if you want to shift how you're viewing your situation, even your life. I'm talking about since elementary, guys. I'm in my 30s. So that's 20 years of going through individuals not liking. I had to build that. It's like, hold on. Who told you can lead this? Who told you got the information? Sometimes I got the information. It's more powerful. Or they're like, man, how does he know some? A lot of my family and people are like, oh man, he's been here before. You know how individuals, they tell you, oh man, you've been in this life before. All right, well then listen up then. If you know somebody has been on this life before, why wouldn't you be quiet and listen to what they have to say? But now everybody got the answers. So that's how they want to do. Everyone has the answers. So I was talking about, again, the generational impact. Let's say even for your own life. What kind of impact can you make? I'm talking about now. Tossing away somebody who may be toxic, or who may be actually your downfall as it's finishing now. Can you throw away somebody that's your downfall? Can you get away from them? I'm not even talking about closure. Pulling away from a particular individual that's contributing to your downfall. They may be even preying on your downfall. Shout out my bro C. He knows it. There's certain individuals, they be preying on your downfall. I seen that this one girl, she was talking about on IG. I don't know her name, but she was saying, people want you to do good, just not better than you. People have been saying that. That's good. And that's true. You got to look at that in your own life. Are people not wanting me to even do good? Let's say somebody is at a poor level. You can't even be average around them. You're already passing them up. Shout out to everybody coming in. You're already passing them up. It's a beautiful situation. This is why the loving self is the ultimate foundation. Now, is it everything? No. But it is a brilliant foundation to establish that you can build your house on. The house, the temple of you, the house of whoever you are, the house of what you want to accomplish. People try to tell me things all the time, but they ain't put in the work. You might have somebody that's looking like they got it. And guys, for me, age isn't it. Shout out to John Houston, said, man, I got the case when I was when I was staying in Long Beach, shared living. He was like, man, I got the case of the AGE. It was funny, because there's certain things that come with age, maybe the knees, health, whatever. But he would always say, man, I got the case of the AGE, you know. So you gotta make sure Even I know I've been hearing a lot too, individuals like children that are coming in now or that are being born now, they have wisdom from like they've been here before. So listen to your children. Especially in this world now. This baby is going fast. So if you're not on the cutting edge of information or what's happening, you're going to be left behind. And maybe you may want to go to a village though. Maybe get out of the city. That's what I'm thinking too. I love LA, don't get me wrong. I love LA. But I'm feeling like the big city. Like from Atlanta to LA. Like I feel like I'm ready to try some rural areas now. Let me be that man in the community or that elder in the community. You know, I visualize all the children sitting around and they just listening to this powerful information. I was talking to my boy, his nephew. I won't say no names, but yeah. I think he's about 13 years old. Children really right now have to build that self-love foundation I was speaking of. Imagine somebody getting some understanding of what self-love is at a young age, 13. What's that? That's the 8th grade, or before you're going into high school. You start to let individuals know that you're nothing to mess with, you're nothing to be played with. Once you have that, it's like, man, I could really walk through the fire. And knowing that I'm going to make it through the other side. Because I've already developed who I am. So the pressures of life, that's just going to build me up more. That's why I look at life, people like, oh man, life, these struggling, need bills. I need that. I need to give me more of it. Let me see if I really got what it takes. I mean, what they say in scripture is like, sure, you burn like coal, or you be refined like gold. So who are you? Maybe you're just a coal. You get burned, okay? Or you get refined by that heat, by that pressure. How do you look at it? Cause I'm gonna, there's something that, shout out to Wiz Khalifa on that end too. There's something I want to read in one of his songs. I don't think it's not on Apple Music. You gotta go on SoundCloud for it. But it's called Morocco. That's one of the most powerful songs. I remember listening to that song, and it still applies for today. I love that song. When I'm going through things and people don't understand me, which is a lot. I'm not gonna say, oh man, I turn on the song every time. No. But it pops up certain times and I listen to it and I'm like, dang. This is really timeless. Because people will always go through this. So now look at this. So it says, they say that they are happy that you lead, but really they wish it was them. So the life that you're in really right now, are individuals happy that you are leading that, living that way? Or are they just upset that it was you doing it and not them? It's like the hate that I was talking about, guys. And it can come from friends, it can come from whoever. Just like I know me, I've used myself as an example. No one can get ahead of what I'm doing because I'm on the cutting edge of what I have going on. And I'm not expecting or looking for anyone to tell me what I'm doing. Now I'm going to listen to folks. I will. I'll listen to people on that end. But for them to tell me like, oh man, I think what you're doing is not you know it's not good. I'm blazing a path that's uncharted. Imagine doing something that no one has ever done before. It looks strange and it looks scary. It looks like, oh man, why don't you just get some kind of trade, or do something that will make me that looks worthy to me for you. But what about what I feel is worthy? What about what I feel is important? What about what I feel is increases that flame that I was talking about? Because you always have individuals speak on what you should be doing. I remember my mom. They thought, they wanted me to be with, in technology, with cell phones or computer science or whatever it is. Because I am good with computers and all with technology. I'm good with that stuff. But I couldn't do it for my life. So it's cool. The things that I'm good at, that doesn't mean that I want to do it all the time. Even when it comes to this counseling, like I love that. But do it 24/7? No, I'm in counsel mode 24/7. Do I want to counsel people 20? No, heck no. That's very draining. Now, if there was one thing, but even for this, I couldn't even see myself doing it 24/7. Even when it comes to making music, I'm a creative on that, and we're gonna talk about that creative combustion. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later too. In a bit, we're almost out of here. We got about like 15 minutes. I need individuals really to understand when it comes to what you like, what you enjoy. When people start to turn it into a job for you, you can lose interest. It's like with me and music on that. Like I do it when I do it when I want. I feel like I am music. And I know Wayne has a title on I am music. But it's like that. I remember this one girl, I'm not gonna speak on her name too. She said that music was made for you. Now she was very spiritual. But she said music was made for you. Now so understand that. Now if music was made for me, that would have to mean I come before music. Now I'm not gonna go too far into that. But when you're choosing, like what I was saying, what Wiz was saying, they say that they are happy that you leave. You'll have some individuals happy for you, but they're really not, because they wish it was them. Do you know how many people I know that wish they was in LA right now? They wouldn't even know what to do. They just, oh man, I'm just in LA. And it's like that, being in the midst of LA. It's a lot of rich stuff, wealthy individuals, and there's a lot of individuals that are on the fringes of reality too. Sleeping on the pavement, on the curb. It's there. Certain people can't handle it. You just need to some folks you maybe can only handle your country town. But see, that's that thing we're talking about as well too, fear. It's just like when I go to the motherland, I already know individuals may think, oh man, Mr. Safe, do you think that you can do what you want? Yes. I feel like there's something that's waiting for me there too. It's just like LA. Before I came to LA, I always knew, even when I was in Atlanta in school, I'm like, man, I'm being LA. I seen it and I soaked in so much of the LA vibes. Now I can take it around the world. If you survive in LA, you can survive anywhere else on the planet. I know this. So now we got like 11 minutes left. So let's talk about this creative combustion. So let's say you have something that's burning inside of you. You got to release it. It can be something as simple as telling somebody no. Or you You've been hearing people talking about this movie. Watch this, do this. And it may ignite something in you or add something to your life that you may need to take you to that next level. You know, and that. And shout out to everybody coming in on that part too. So yeah, I appreciate everyone. I always appreciate everyone on that end. Shout out to everyone joining quickly. I appreciate that. But yeah, we talking about some great things. So we'll recap. So this creative combustion. I spoke and I told you guys about the fire that happened outside. The car that was on fire for about 3 hours. So when you have that fire within you, you gotta express that flame. You gotta express that fire. If not, then you will not feel fulfilled. You will not feel fulfilled, excuse me. You will not feel fulfilled. Ew. You will not feel fulfilled. And the thing is, imagine being in life and you're not feeling fulfilled. It's like, dang, I'm wasting my life away. I'm not even doing what I want to do. You're letting somebody control what you got going on. I talk to a lot of my friends. Man, it's so... I think about it. I'm not even tooting my own horn, but some individuals so lucky. I wish I had somebody like me in my life. I mean, I do. I have me. But I wish I had somebody that could tell me. And it just had this source. It seemed like they had this source of wisdom from another realm. But it was not trying to beat me down with nothing. You just sharing this information. You looking at my life and you seeing what I can do. You seeing my potential. But see, many are called, but few answer the call. And like that. So, cause I really do love this. I really do. We wrapping up. We're gonna do this. Let's do a recap. So, what we were talking about. I talked about what we spoke on last week. Shout out to the fallen soldiers. Memorial Day special. Activate. That's what the title of this was. Activate. That's the first thing we were talking about. Activating your purpose. This needs to happen. Parents, tell your children. Find out what they want to do. Because you may have to try different things to find it out. It's not just going to school. You go to school, man, do this. Become a doctor, do that. Not everyone can do that. I know some doctors right now, they're miserable at that. So it's not just that. Lawyers, doctors, police officers, insurance agents, man, some of them miserable, man. Some folks want to be a farmer, man. Somebody just want to be a real estate agent. Someone wants to be a teacher. They want to be a computer technician. Don't force your children or even yourself to do something for the dollar amount. Please don't. Don't do that to yourself. So yeah, and we were also talking about using resources of this world. So I got find, seek, and action. Activate your purpose. Use your resources of this world. They're here, man. There's plenty. Generational impact. Now, will everyone do that? No, I don't think so. But everyone can. If you're on the planet right now, you have the opportunity to make a stamp for the next generation right now. I talked about our July, the relationship essence. I cannot wait to get there. Oh, because I know everyone wants to talk about the relationship. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about that. Also, what we talked about too, knowing you got what it takes. To be good. To be successful. You have to know it first. I'm not talking about belief. See, I know everyone's talking about, oh, believe in this. No. And I know people may not like it. No, forget, we're going past belief. We're going in knowing. I know individuals, I've been seeing individuals talk about recently being delusional and all. Be that. Love yourself on that end too. Knowing that, hold on, man, I'm loved by me. That's the most important thing. So I also talked about what Wiz was saying, that song on Morocco. You guys need to listen to that. It's something very powerful. He was tapped in. It's not. I don't know if it's on Apple Music. I know it's on SoundCloud. The Wiz Khalifa Morocco. Go and look at that. He was talking about. They say that they are happy that you lead, but really, they wish it were them. Looking at your life. Yeah, so sometimes you gotta look at that. The situations you're in, the people around you, they don't even want you to win. They wish it were them. They at a poor level. They can't even handle you being average. Yeah, get away from them folks. Get away from them folks. And then also with the creative combustion, that's with the fire. If you got some fire inside, you know there's something you hear you gotta manifest. Go ahead. Be willing to create the world that you want. Even if 8 billion people don't want it, but you want it. And like a guy was telling me, there's 8 billion people. We got 8 billion worlds, one Earth. Change your own world how you would want it. Don't get swayed too much. Like, guys, we're almost out here. Don't get swayed too much. I'm trying to recap. I think that was it. We talked about the fire. We talked about, Memorial Day special. We talked about a lot of things. I talked about also, too, about, access. Shout out to Access Services, Paratransit, man. I love those guys. I talked about even when talking with a driver. And being in a relationship, I think about 3 years or however. Things not good. But how's that relationship with you? How is that relationship with you? They want me to verify I'm still that. It's all good. How's that relationship with you? That came perfect timing. How's that relationship with you? Every time but see, that's the thing that we're going to talk about too in July. It is the relationship with others, but also too the relationship with you. That's one of the most important things. Alright guys, so I appreciate everyone tapping in, tapping the screen, doing what you do. I love it. I do. I live this. I eat this. I sleep this, and I breathe this. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. Woo! Man, that was very, very powerful. So, guys, what you seeing? It's calling the SSS Show. I'm not gonna do the Safe Space Saylee anymore. That's Safe Space Saylee, but I'm not typing it in anymore. That's a lot of words. I'm still gonna put it in there, maybe on IG. You see it. It's like the Safe with Saylee. It's the SWS. Guys, I'm gonna bring this elevation. I don't care from 60. The age does not matter. The age doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to bring exactly what I want to for the rest of this life. And I'll see you guys. Hey, man. I'll see you on the other coast. Coming in from the coast. But it'll be in the air. Coming in from the coast. Shout out, Brad Marley. Happy Memorial Day again. Thank you to the fallen soldiers. Shout out to all the graduates. Congratulations. You got some big things ahead of you. Great things ahead of you. A lot of people don't even make it to this moment, so you got to be happy about yourself. A lot of people don't make it there. Be glad that you made it. And I will catch you guys soon. later. Everybody always got access to Mr. Saylee. Better go on YouTube, find something. We got the wisdom for your life. All right, peace out.